if you're wondering what that noise is, it's a ceiling fan above my head, and it makes this vibrating, rumbling noise. It doesn't need cleaning. That's not what's making the noise, and I'm actually kind of surprised. Let me show you.
Buckle up for safety as I give you a day in the life of facilities maintenance.
See how that just got quiet? What you might not be able to notice, unless I bring you in really close here, is this movement there. I can move it this way as well. It's just kind of loose in here. It's attached to the duct, and it's like that's all that's holding it. It hasn't been. It was never fully installed. The fan isn't vibrating in the housing. The whole housing is vibrating because the whole housing isn't attached to anything. I mean, maybe they located it where there isn't any joist. But I pushed up on it slightly, and now it's nice and quiet. Right there's my stud. Yeah, so it's not attached to anything because there wasn't anything to attach it to. What they should have done is from this stud over here and this stud here, bridged between there to at least give one solid anchor point, and they did not do that. Now there's no way to get up into the ceiling, unfortunately, so I might have to get a little creative here in terms of how to secure it. Yeah, this is dumb. Huh. Alright, well, at least I know what I'm doing now. It's rattling around because when I took a look at it, it's actually not attached to anything other than the duct itself. It's just sitting in the hole, and there's no backing in behind there to attach it.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of medite and cut out a piece like this. This 13 1/4 by 14 3/4, that's the size of the actual grill, the vent grill that goes over top. 9 3/4 by 12 1/4 is the inner dimension, is the size of the opening in the fan housing itself. Because the drywall is thick, what I can do is I can attach this to the drywall itself with a very strong adhesive. I'll be able to run screws into the fan housing itself from this plate. This plate will be secured to the ceiling. The grill will cover it all. Nobody will see it, and it'll hold the fan in place. It won't rattle around anymore.
Okay, here's the spacer piece holder fan attacher to the ceiling, or piece of plating wood that I have made. Well, it's not really wood, it's paper and glue, really. But it'll do the trick. I'll just paint it white, and then I can attach it to the surface of the ceiling. I can attach the fan housing to it, and then everybody will be secure and happy, and hopefully the fan will run quietly after that. in there with the vacuum. And vacuuming it out isn't necessarily 100% because if you miss a glob, that can throw things out of balance. So when you clean it, you want to clean it evenly. So I've knocked a bunch out already, but that's a lot of the crud that's got to come out of there. It's split in two halves, so there's another half up in here as well. So you can see it's a lot of stuff to get at and not easily accessible. I've done as much as I can with the vacuum and a brush up in here, but I can't get all of it. So new plan. I've removed those two screws there, which should allow me to slide this housing sideways. Yep. And drop it. Okay, I should have done this in the first place. Because now I can unplug you and take you right out of here and give you a proper cleaning. Meaning that if I get in here and I clean all this out properly now, I should be able to put it back and get it to run smoothly. I guess we'll find out. Well, that's looking pretty clean now. And yeah, this while this shaft does move in and out, it doesn't move side to side at all, so I think our bearings are okay. While I've got it out, I might as well inspect the rest of this housing here. There's a damper there, which prevents back blowing. I think I'll grab my vacuum and clean out a little bit of this stuff here too. This motor felt hot before, but I think a lot of that might have been just due to the fact that it was packed really full with dust, and I've managed to vacuum and blow the majority of that out of there, so that should help it run cooler now as well. There's no way I would have got those in without this tool. Way too hard to get at. It was everything to just be able to get it in there and up over the head of that screw, that hex head, to be able to tighten it. But listen to how smooth that runs now. So I'm going to run my bead around here now, put my plate on, and we should have a very quiet running fan after that. Okay, you saw the adhesive I put down, so that is now securing this plate to the drywall. These screws that I ran through, there was actually little holes on the back side of the lip here, and I was able to line them all up so they all went through one of those holes. So now the plate is secured to the drywall, the housing is secured to the plate, and the plate will prevent any movement, any vibratory movement of the fan. It can't move now. It's solid. Let me just snap the cover back in place, and I can call this one done. My hope is that the cover actually fits a little tighter now too, because this will add an extra, about ½ inch of space between the cover and where the clips hook to, and it was always a little loose before. So I'm hoping that that extra little bit of space will add the tension necessary to keep the cover nice and tight. Yeah, that cover is snug. It will not vibrate. Okay, I'm really happy with that.